Okay. Hi, I have a sickness, so I'm wearing one of these ones. Um, stay. And it's all because I decided to be nice and help a duck. When it was 7 degrees of weather. That was freezing. And the duck had a respiratory disease or infection or something like that. But thankfully it's still alive. I still see it walking around. Yeah. But also, you know what this is? Sorry, that just sorry. It was uneven. But you know what this is? It's a cryptid time. But before, I'd like to just state something. I finally got to watch a movie that I heard about few years back, but never could find it. And it's a from what I've read, it's like a British movie, as is. So of course can't find it because I don't think it released in the United States. I'm not sure, but I found it legally. Might I add? It was on a streaming device app. It wasn't illegally. It was literally yeah. But anyways, it was a movie I heard back years ago, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, it's a pretty interesting um werewolf movie." I'm like, "Cool," and then never found it, so I could never watch it. Of course. Um, and then heard about it recently. I was like, "Ooh," still couldn't find it, and then one day, as of this week, found it, watched it. Let's just say, for the time when it was made, it's a great movie. It's Dog Soldier or Soldiers. I still don't. I wasn't paying attention to the name. But y'all understand what I'm talking about. And there's lots of things I really. It, there's some gripes I have with it, but it's an older movie as is. Um, of course, of course, for the time and all of that, like I said, the the gripes I have is just because it technically as a movie it's not held up great. Um, like there's some things I'm like, huh, what? That doesn't make sense. But other times you can push past that and just look at it as an art stand form. And the gore for the time and everything, I it uh it it blew me away with the gore. The gore I was not expecting because most werewolf movies don't have good gore. But this movie, it oh wow, um, and then yeah, but the werewolves, like yeah, they're you can tell they're people in costumes and all that, but the actual like I guess mask movements or maybe they're animatronics for the facial. I'm not sure. I it's something like that. Like they're really good. So, yeah, that's an interesting movie, but that's not the point of this video. I just felt like talking about it because it's kind of on par with Cryptid Time. it's a good horror movie. I will admit that, but there's a few things in the movie that I'm like, okay, yeah, this shows its age. Um, it's kind of like some of the older, like American horror movies that we all know about from the 80s. Oof, go figure. But like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and all of that and Scream. There's there's a bunch of stuff in some of those movies that are like really. Oh yeah, what is this? Did I want to do this one? I would forget. Uh, oh, yep. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I want to see something though. Uh, da, da, da. Yeah, I think the only good one is this single one. Um, because Territory, nah, I can't even pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna try. Uh, Spring-Heeled Jack. This is the author. That is writing this, of course. So, um, what? Uh, Spring-Heeled Jack was a human-like entity seen across Great Britain in the 1800s. Now, this author just wrote down what all of us were thinking. What the hell's he doing in New Mexico? Now, I'm a, I'm gonna sit here for a second and make you think about this. Why the hell is there a creature of some sort that came from Great Britain in New Mexico? If you don't know what New Mexico is, it's pretty much a desert with practically. It was part of the, um, I guess, Spaniard Mexico time. Then we kind of forcefully bought it, so to speak, and now it's part of the United States. And there's still really nothing there. I mean, yeah, there's some cities and all of that, but most of most of it's barren. Why would a British creature want to be there? I don't know. So I'm gonna let you think for right now. Okay, had enough to think about it. Well, time to carry. I'll get to that. Although Jack terrorized parts of Scotland, he mostly lurked around the streets of London. Witnesses described him as a tall, thin man who wore a helmet, tight white clothing, and a black cape. This sounds like a Pennsylvanian urban legend that I remember reading years ago. If I can find it, I'll make a video on it. Okay. He had razor claws, blazing red eyes, and could breathe blue fire. Blue fire, you say? I've seen purple fire. Don't ask me how it happened. May have burned a couch. Anyways, just burn a bunch of metals. You'll find blue. Just don't stand on the fire. Can't believe I have to say that. Um, Sounds like he could have been in the X-Men. That's a terrible joke. I hate this author. Anyways, and he was apparently quite pleased with himself. The shrieking, giggling, monster would pounce in front of coaches, terrifying the horses and sending the coach and startled coachman flying off into the night. Jack would then pounce away, sometimes effortlessly leaping over 9-foot tall fences. Although Jack didn't kill anyone, he was credited with causing sudden cases of madness among young women. That that the hell's going on overseas? That don't sound like a cryptid. That or what the I'm not gonna finish my statement. Although by 1938, spring-heeled Jack encounters had all but stopped in Great Britain, young people in Silver City, New Mexico, who claimed to have never heard of spring-heeled Jack, reported encounters with a red-eyed, jumping, giggling man in a cape. Are we sure it wasn't just some, I don't know, hillbilly Mexicans? I don't know. What the hell? Um, I um, that was New Mexico. This is New York, and because there's it's kind of a short little thing, I'm gonna do, I guess, New York maybe. Do I really want to do that? You know what? Hold on, because I'm skipping New York. There's nothing good. Ooh, yeah. Da, da, da. This is a good one, and it has a photo to go along with it. The Beast of Bladenboro. And this is North Carolina, so since I'm skipping New York, it's North Carolina. The Beast of Bladenboro. I feel like I should be doing an Irish accent for that. Or maybe British accent. Because I don't think I should be doing a Scottish accent. Though, maybe. But Bladenboro sounds like it'd be Irish or British. City name or whatever they're called. Towns, whatever. Okay, let's see. In the early 1950s, the area around Bladenboro was terrorized by the sudden appearance of a large cat resident blamed for animal mutilations that involved livestock and pets with their jaws either broken or removed. Snow White, why'd you terrorize them? He's right there. Snow White, again, answer the question. We'll never get her to talk. Anyways, the people of Bladenboro set out to hunt the beast, but it had vanished as quickly as it had come. 50 years later, the attacks returned with the same style of mutilation. Their first encounter was December 29, 1953, when a resident of Clarkton, 8.5 miles from Bladenboro, went outside to investigate why her neighbor's dogs were barking. What she found was the beast, a large cat that melted into the night. 2 days later, the beast appeared again, this time near Bladenboro, where two farm dogs had been sucked dry of blood. Weird way to write that, but okay. Anyways, more attacks followed. The owner of a local gas station watched a large cat-like creature attack a dog and drag it into the trees. People blamed the increasing animal attacks on a panther or a bear. Then the beast attacked a local woman. Bobcat. There. Done. 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 Look up a video of a bobcat taking down a deer. It's a bobcat. No need to worry now. I don't even know. When a local resident outside did, yeah, when a local resident went outside to check on yelping dogs, a dark creature the size of a cougar lunged at her. Her screams frightened the beast, and it bolted away. Although farmers soon after killed a large bobcat, oh, okay, and deemed it the beast of Bladenboro. Many people doubt that claim. The attack stopped nonetheless until 2003. Since then, more animals have been reported killed and drained of blood around the Bladenboro area, the largest being 3 horses. Whatever the beast of Bladenboro may be, one thing is certain. It's big. And then here's the kitty. Resembles Snow White, don't it? Hey, anybody from Bladenboro, I found your culprit. Sorry, that's insensitive. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's my fault. I feel bad now for making that joke. People's pets were killed. I shouldn't be making that joke. Anyways. Ah, the beast is awake. And not paying me any attention. And then Spirit's just right there. And my tripod's slowly sinking. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but if any of those are real. But there you go. I don't know if I will have a cryptid timeout next week or not. I'm not quite sure. Because if I keep on feeling like this, there won't be any videos. But yeah, that's besides the point. I am trying to think about the first one we read, and to tell you the truth, no offense to anybody from New Mexico, but I think whoever seen that crazed person was probably either the one who did it, who did those in New Mexico, or they were plumb out of their mind. That's all I have to say. And then, yeah, y'all overseas have a human that, what makes, I don't know, but I guess this is the end of the video, so until next time, I'll see you on the next hunt.